Thank you, thank you, thank you. Always good to start out with a win.
Yeah, starting
I'm
out with a
good. I'm
win. That's
fantastic.
great.
Yeah, sorry for cutting off. I guess it's just a bit of delay. No, I'm doing
There it is.
fantastic. Yeah, nothing to complain about. We had if anything, we just had a shaky start game one. I guess some game nerves and a very impatient. Felt like we were winning and just wanted to end. And of course, when you do that, then you end up sometimes stumbling. But nah, happy, super happy.
You were playing. I want to talk about the first game. You're playing Oracle. You're having to deal with Thompson's Earth Spirit, and he really likes to go in with which as an Oracle you can't really follow. How frustrating was that as an Oracle?
Yeah, I think my teammates were a little inconsiderate in game one, but you know, I'm just playing with mad Dota players who tend to push it to the limit. Nothing to complain about. If anything, I just need to keep up. I need to get my dagger faster. I need to find a way to join them in the enemy base. Yeah, it was hard though, like playing against spiders and yeah, last game Haunt and stuff. But Oracle's fun cat and mouse game.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a fun game for us to witness. You have been in qualifiers for TI before, with great success, of course. You know, you've been at TIs. This qualifier, does it feel different for you? Do you still, you mentioned nerves just now. Do you still feel those same nerves? Are they the same, or is it just first series jitters?
Probably just a first series jitters. I had the exam type feeling today, which is positive. I mean, I like it. It makes you feel like something is on the line, and yeah, first official with this roster since our ESL tournament, and we're just excited to show what we have, show a lot more strategies. Today we showed not too. I mean, this was just the beginning for us. But yeah, we've been here before. I mean, I'm just happy to still be in this position, able to qualify to TI, able to win TI, and yeah, still in it, playing for our lives. I will be nowhere else.
Awesome. I have, of course, TGov and PPD with me as well. They'd also like to ask you some questions.
Yeah, I'll take it away.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah, first off, congrats on the win. Secondly, you guys look like a completely different team, sort of, in games, 2 and 3. You looked crazy dominant. Game 1 was obviously a little bit closer. Maybe you guys could have come out ahead for sure. I saw, but the switch was the Magnus to the Alchemist for Seb. I'd love for you to comment, like, maybe why you guys made that adaptation. And then also, like, do you feel like maybe they could have gone for Broodmother earlier in games 2 or 3, which, KZ looked so good on in game 1?
I think this patch will see some teams make certain drafting choices. Broodmother can be one of them. It's not unheard of that teams who have a good Brood player will first do it. I do think it's most usually it's a sign of desperation. And I think if they would have done it against us or against somebody else who may or may not be prepared for the Brood, I'm pretty sure that every team that does that knows that they're kind of banking on this to work, and if it doesn't, it can feel really bad. We definitely don't feel like Viking did too much, and I think game 1 it was cool to have Mag, but game 2 and 3 it's awesome to have an Alchemist when the games go the way they do, or the way they did today. Yeah, all I can hear is my Alchemist like, what are they doing? I'm getting too far, and what are they doing? And
Yeah.
I think Viking either hadn't played against it in a while, or just didn't obsess enough about it, about the right things.
Sure. Yeah, that was the story of the game to me. Like, that third game was, it's so easy to play when you win 3 lanes, right?
Yeah, and I also think they needed to be jumping us left and right somehow with their Blink Daggers and Spectre Hunt, but it's of course hard when lanes don't go your way as well.
Yeah, again, congrats on the win. I guess my question is about kind of Mia Stelberg. You announced on Twitter that you're working with her again for this qualifier. Is that something that she's working with during the series, or is it just kind of like a before and after type setup where she kind of breaks down the game with you guys, or not the game, sorry, but your kind of atmosphere?
Oh, I think it all depends on which sports psychologist you end up working with, and everybody will have their own approach. For us, I think Mia would never really break in unless she saw something that needed correction or fixing. But we tend to work like more sporadically. Like maybe once a day we'll have our thing, and then something again the next day, and then maybe the third day we won't be working on much, mentally speaking, or with Mia. But no, it's not like after the series we're like, hey Mia, what did you think? Am I good? Am I doing fine?
Tell me I'm good.
we're, Tell me I'm fine. Tell me I'm normal. No, it's yeah. We have a good system, and it's
Mhm.
nothing too intense. We spend most of our time just thinking about the game in between.
Okay, nice.
All right, NOtail, once again, congratulations on this series, and good luck in your next one. Looking forward to seeing that one, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thanks for having me. All the best. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you
You
very
too.
much.
We're now joined by KUROKY on the line. It's good to hear from him. KUROKY, thanks. So good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. You must be really pleased about that win. I want to talk about the game 1 loss into the 2 victories. Was there a couple of nerves coming into the first game, or do you think it was just not your ideal game?
Hello guys.
Hi.
Yeah, I think you hit the spot. It was a very like a nerve thing. You know, it's just hard always. When you play TI quals and it matters so much. Like either you can set yourself up properly or not. On top of it, we didn't really know what our opponent is about. We haven't seen them in such a long time. So I think we played bad. I'm not I'm not happy about it. Nobody of us is. And they played well. They punished us. I mean, it was just a farm fest. They had PL, and that's what happened. Yeah, pretty much.
Where you said you were unhappy with your first game performance. Obviously, you won games 2 and 3. I think you can be happy or unhappy with wins. Were those wins pleasing to you, or do you think there's still stuff to work on going forwards?
Of course, as a professional, you always look for more. There's always something to do better. There's always improvement. There is no perfect game, but we're aiming for as good as we can. I think we did a great job just switching up in game 2. We just started playing our game much more aggressive. We did what we were supposed to do in game 1 already. And so I am happy about it, like very proud of my team.
Great, good to hear. I'm going to hand over to T Governor and Sheep to ask you a couple more questions. T, have you got any great questions for Kuro?
You already kind of mentioned about the nerfs thing, but in the 6 years of competitive play from RTW, like he hasn't made it to the TI main stage yet. So I guess the question was, did you have to have a different discussion with him coming into this tournament, unlike the major and DPC, about like the approach to playing TI level games or like the qualifier for TI, and just kind of a breakdown about that?
Not really. It's similar, like playing a major, playing TI quals. I would even say playing the major is more nerve-wracking since it's a real LAN game. So at the end of the day, it's just trying to like convey my and our experience to him as much as possible, what it means to play on competitive stage, how to be able to perform, get out his true potential. So it's not much different overall, I would say.
Yeah, and do you think that you said about true potential, like how much further do you think that RTW can progress as a carry player? Like this is not his, this is his best right now. Like how much further do you think he can go as a carry player?
I think this kid has a lot of potential. I think this is the start of his career in a way. He had some like good show-ups in the past. He played for OG and a couple of CS teams. He's still pretty young. I think he can go a long way. He's committed to the game. The heart is there. I feel he has, like I said, a lot of potential. He could become one of the greatest players, but it's up to him.
Okay, thank you.
Sheep, time for a quick last question from you.
Yeah, one last question. What did you think of the Mirana last game? On core, it's quite unconventional. I wondered if you thought it was good, bad, like worse, or better than you expected.
I mean, it was a very hard commitment for the Phoenix, that's for sure. It's an idea they had. I respect it. It made me like play Phoenix in a different way. I couldn't commit for X like very much in the game. He rushes PKB. So at the end of the day, it shows your mentality about Phoenix, how much they respect the hero. They committed hard for it. I think it's it's a cute idea, to put it this way. But overall, like you said, it's unconventional. It can backfire very fast. But you know, like you always gotta respect all ideas that the teams offer. It could have worked. You know, maybe in another game it could have worked. You never know. And like props for them for trying.
Great. Well, lots to look forward to then. We hope to see you guys much more going through the qualifiers, and good luck going forwards. Thanks so much for joining us, KUROKY. We'll see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that indeed. Also, this game, compared to the first game of the series, we had NOtail and Oracle, a very, very different game. Didn't have to deal with the clockwork or an axe jumping in to kill him. He definitely had a much easier time this time around, and it showed. He had a great game, and he's also joining us right now. NOtail, congratulations on the series.